The biggest issues facing San Diego are homelessness, housing, and meeting our climate action plan goals, and getting rid of the politics as usual culture of no accountability and lack of transparency that exists at City Hall.
The biggest issue in our city is our housing affordability crisis. It's most obviously expressed through our homelessness crisis, but it's also felt by San Diegans who work full-time jobs, can't afford the rent, and can never qualify for the programs that we offer to help people. We have to change this. It is critical if we're going to be a great city to create a great middle class here in San Diego. People have to see a future for themselves in this community, and that's why solving the housing affordability crisis is such a priority for me if elected mayor.
Our housing crisis, well, housing and homelessness, they're kind of combined, but the lack of attention towards building middle of the road housing options. We so many times we talk about the affordable side, the taxpayer subsidized side. 47% of the cost of doing business is government, so that gets passed on to the consumer. That makes us produce a whole bunch of real luxury units and a whole bunch of subsidized units and nothing in the middle. People have nowhere to graduate from when they're getting out of subsidized housing because it costs so much to go to the middle income housing.
So I think there are several issues that are facing San Diego. For me, I want to end homelessness like many other cities. I want to also make sure we're a corruption-free city, that we do a whole police reform in this city, that we also have permanent housing. When we talk about housing first, it should be permanent first as well. And that we also have infrastructure maintenance, and that we're looking at paying off our debt so we can bring in revenue to the city.
I'm going to start on day one. Remember, we're going to have 5 new council members, and I'm going to start on day one by allowing them to talk directly to city staff and telling city staff it's okay to talk directly to residents, that not everything has to go through the mayor's office.
Well, I think we have a template for how to address this. Over the last number of years, we have produced thousands of homes for low and very low income San Diegans. I think we need to use some of those very same strategies to build more homes for working and middle class San Diegans. Taken it all together, I believe that if every neighborhood does its fair share, we can solve this crisis. And it's not about building anything anywhere or building a lot of luxury housing that normal people can't afford. This is about being focused on making sure we're delivering homes that San Diegans can afford to live in. That has to be the priority. It is critical for the success of our city and our future of our city that we do that.
With streamlining of government regulation and red tape, I mean, we saw a project the other day at City Hall, $575,000 a unit for taxpayer subsidized affordable housing. $80,000 of that was prevailing wage, $40,000 of that per unit was government fees. So if we streamline some of that, make certainty in our zoning laws, then it incentivizes developers to come in and build that type of housing.
The first thing I would do is look at the audits. If you look at 2019 audit, you will find that there were some things that we did that were totally wrong. That we did not follow laws, we didn't follow policy and procedures. I want to make sure that we follow the money and find out where it went, how much is left, and put it back where it's supposed to go. I want to make sure that we have real budgets, not fuzzy ones. I want to make sure that the people are a part of the table that we sit at making decisions. And I want to make sure that we invest in the people, in the communities, and not just big business, developers, unions, and everything else. We need to invest in people. That's the priority.